everyone, it's Ashley with Going Crochetzy, and for this week I am doing yet more market prepping for my upcoming market. But this week I want to do it a little different. I'm tired of doing the little miniature items and just doing the same thing over and over and over again. So I have decided to be making some bigger items, more of the medium-sized items that I like to make, around $20-ish range. And so I have been working on that for the past few days. It's actually Sunday here right now. I did have 3 days of working, so I didn't get too much done, but I guess I kind of got more done than I expected to at this point. I have been crocheting nonstop since Friday because I had Friday off from work. So I've been crocheting quite a bit. Tuesday was a Thursday. I did work, and so I didn't get as much done on those days, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I have done so far. And then the rest of the week will be more of like the vlog style that I usually do. But this first half of it is just going to be, I'm going to show you what I made, why I made it, etc. So at my last market I did have a lot of requests when I was there, and everything that people requested I didn't have on hand. And so I figured it was time that I make some of those items for upcoming markets, because anytime someone or more than one person asks me for a specific item, I always like to have it at my next markets, just in case either they show up again or someone else is looking for it. Because if one person's looking for it, typically more than one person is looking for it. Had a lot of requests for a horse, and I have done horses in the past, but I didn't have any available at my market. So I did go ahead and make Appletreeboutique, or Stacy Makes, here on YouTube. I made her horse pattern that she has. This is her fancy pants pattern. I chose to do just the natural looking horse, and I did do embroidered eyes. Most of these items I made, I actually did embroidered eyes on them, because I did notice more and more people have been requesting embroidered eyes versus the safety eyes. And so I always like to have those options available, and I was getting low on embroidered eye items and mostly just had safety eye items. So I decided to do a bunch of embroidered eyes, and I am definitely trying to switch over to embroidered eyes versus the safety eyes, even though I do enjoy doing safety eyes at times, and I think it looks kind of cuter at times. But yeah, this is the horse I made. So it's just a nice brown horse. I do plan to make another horse. I'm probably going to do another one in this pattern because I really liked this pattern. It's pretty quick to make. But I also want to do like a sitting version. And so I have another pattern that I plan to make a sitting version of. So I got one horse done. I do plan to do another horse before my market. I got one unicorn done. Because, you know, sometimes unicorn horse, they kind of go hand in hand at times, but, for someone who is interested in a unicorn versus a horse, this is a cute option. I liked the colors I chose. I did do this pattern once before. I did a pattern test for Stacy Makes, or appletreeboutique _ Stacy Makes on Instagram, but I did make this pattern, but I made her in a dress. So I wanted an all white unicorn, so a natural looking unicorn. So I made her, and I really love how she turned out, and I embroidered her eyes as well. And then I always like to have at least one cow on hand. And so I made a cashew cow from madelinemaeco, and I used, so all of these patterns I've done so far are in my Premier Basics chenille yarns. So I was curious to see how this turned out, because I've only ever done this in my Parfait Chunky. And so this is how he turned out, and I think it's cute. I don't know, the shaping of the head lately when I do this pattern seems to be a little off to me. It's not as round as I like it to be. I don't know if it's the yarn I've been using or what, but this is how the cow turned out. I just wanted a natural black and white cow, and I will definitely plan to make another cow, probably in more fun colors. I'm not sure what cow pattern I'm going to use yet though. So I do have one cow. I do want to make at least one more cow. And then I needed a monkey because all I have is my purple monkey, and I like to have the natural color monkeys. So I did end up making another one of my own pattern. This is Morty the monkey. So if you guys are interested in a monkey pattern and you like him, he is on my Ko-fi, and the patterns, all my patterns are down in the description below. So if you do think he is something you would like to make, definitely give him a purchase. That would be awesome. That would be very helpful to me. And of course I have all the other patterns that I show in this video linked below as well. I think I sewed on his muzzle slightly crooked, but other than that, he came out pretty awesome. This is the first time I've used the Premier Basics chenille on him. I really liked the colors I chose. This caramel, and I can't remember what this color was, probably like toffee or something like that. And I gave him embroidered eyes. I haven't given my own monkey pattern embroidered eyes before, so it was fun to do him with embroidered eyes, and I think I like him even more. And he's a good size, and he will sit on his own, and he has the fun little limbs. So he is done. I really enjoy him. So now I have a monkey. So you don't have to worry about having another monkey. I mean, I feel like typically if I'm gonna sell a monkey, it's usually only one during a market, so he's good for now. Still working with my Premier Chenille Basics, and so I ended up making this guy. So originally this is a Theresas crochet shop pattern. The funny thing about this is I did it in this greenish color, and it was actually supposed to be a shark. So I used the shark pattern, and I was using this color, and I was running out. I was getting close to the end, and I was worried I wasn't going to have enough of this color to finish out the body or the fins. And so I finished the body, closed it up, I put the patch on the belly, got ready to do the fins. I got 2.5 fins out of the 5 fins I needed to make it into a shark. So then I went to my beluga whale pattern, which is also Theresas crochet shop. And I thought, well, he kind of looks close enough to a whale. I can probably make him into a whale. And so I did the fin. I took the same color and I did the fins, and I was able to get the 2 tail fins and half of a flipper done. And so there was no way I was going to be able to complete the project with all this color yarn. So I decided to switch gears, and I went with this green. So he's kind of interesting looking, and I kept the fin on the top off to make him more of like a whale than shark, because typically the sharks have their fins, their tail fins this way. So I went sideways, and I tried to make him look more like a whale than a shark. Let me know if he looks like more like a whale or a shark. I kept his little gills and mouth out just to try to give him more of that look. Let me know if you like the two-toned colors. I think, you know, someone will probably like it. Kid will like the colors. I think these colors do go well together. And so there we go. We have a whale. So I still do want to make another shark. I would like to make at least 2 sharks, a gray shark and a hammerhead shark, because those usually seem to do pretty well for me. And then I switched up gears, and I decided to go over into some of my Posh yarn. So my Big Twist Posh yarn, I'm trying to use up the colors that I have, because I have a little bit of each color left in like more of my colorful colors. I do still have like black and Earl Grey and everything that I haven't touched yet, but I'm trying to get rid of all of my actual like greens and blues and all of those colors. And I had tried out this pattern at my market, and I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the pattern creator's name at the moment. It was a pattern I was planning on showcasing for one of my free Instagram pattern reviews for you guys. But since I'm making so many of them, I'm just going to show you guys now. But yeah, I'll add the pattern designer down below. But I made these sweet little T-Rex creations. So you do have to sew the arms, the legs, and the tails onto these guys. Sure, I could switch this up and do a bobble for these and just have to sew 3 things on, but I really like how the arms turn out, and it only takes a couple seconds to sew them on, so I don't mind it. The only thing I don't like is this color changing line. It does call for you to slip stitch, chain 1, and continue on to make this color changing line less noticeable. But I don't know. It's still making it kind of noticeable to me. This one I did without, as you can clearly see. So this is the only issue I have with this pattern, but I did a green one. And then I did this blue one. As you can see, it's a little bit less on this one, but it's still noticeable. So I did this cute little blue one. And then I wanted one with embroidered eyes as well. So I did the reverse greens for this guy. And I just embroidered some eyes on for him. And I think these are so cute. And they are a great size to have. Dinos were a big one that I got asked by like 3 different people, do you have any dinos? And I was out of dinos. So I decided to make a bunch of these. And so I'm going to make some more of these. I'd like to have like a row of like rainbow dinosaurs. So that would be pretty fun to do. But we'll see how much more I can get done before my market. It is coming up on Saturday, and I do have to work some this week as well. So we'll see how close I can get to making some more of the dinosaurs. So I made 3 of those dinosaurs. And then I decided to use up some Sweet Snuggles light yarn because I have a lot of that left, and I am trying to transition more into the Premier Basics chenille yarns. I really do like that yarn. The texture, it doesn't hurt my hands. So I am trying to transition and use more of those and use more of that yarn. So I had some Sweet Snuggles a light yarn and decided I needed an elephant made, and I thought a blue elephant would be cute in the madelinemaeco mini belly pattern. And so I made this elephant. I usually try to have at least one of these elephants at each and every one of my markets because it is I don't know, it's kind of like an eye catcher, and people seem to like it a lot, and it's pretty quick to make. So I did make this madelinemaeco pattern. I embroidered his eyes, and I made it in blue because I do still have a gray elephant in my collection for markets. So I have a blue elephant and a gray elephant now. I have the sleeping Samba elephant, and I have the standing elephant. I might make another elephant, probably not for this coming market, just because I have other things that I would like to make instead first. But that one got done as well. And then I decided, since I was using up that blue Sweet Snuggles light yarn and I still had some left, I've been trying to just go through an entire skein every time I make I use a color. I'm trying to just work through the entire color of that yarn before I switch to a different color, just to kind of use up some of my yarns that I'm trying to phase out, or you know, I just don't want to have a bunch of balls of yarn sitting around. So I decided to make another bunny, and so I did my Juniper bunny pattern. This is once again my own pattern. A couple weeks ago I made the one with the ears up, and so this is the second version of the same bunny. You have the floppy eared bunny as so, or you have the pointed ear bunny that I did a couple weeks ago in a pink yarn. And so I made this little Juniper bunny, and I love that you can like kind of put her ears to the side, make her look like she has, I don't know, cute little hairstyle going on, or you can flop her ears over as so. And so I decided to embroider her eyes as well. I think they turned out really cute with her little embroidered eyes and nose. And this was my first time embroidering with the ears down version of this Juniper bunny. I did do ears up embroidered eyes for the I did do embroidered eyes for my pink one with the pointed ears as well, which I didn't like the way the eyes turned out so much on that one, but I really like how they turned out on this one. I'm getting better and better at my embroidery each and every time. But yeah, I made her. And so she is all set. I just had this cream color in the Premier Chenille Basics. I kind of wanted to make it with a furry yarn, but I was too lazy to go and look for my furry yarn. So I just went with that tail, and so she is done as well. So that is everything I got done this week. Which I think is really good. I worked pretty hard the past couple days and got like 3 things done each day, just so I could catch up. And now that I feel pretty caught up, I can relax a little bit more knowing that I'm going into this coming market with items that I was planning on having, items that were requested from me. And so now I can chill out and just relax and do some more crocheting without feeling pressured into getting a bunch of stuff done. So I am working on custom order. So I was waiting for this yarn to come in the mail. It came quite quick, and so I'm excited to be able to finish my floppy. I did try to do this floppy custom order once before. If you saw my previous video, you saw that my custom order kind of went wrong, and I ended up turning it into a patchy bunny instead of a floppy bunny, just because I didn't have enough of this purple color to make it. So I definitely bought over enough of this color to make a floppy all the way through, so I wouldn't run into an issue of running out of that yarn, because I did have to message the person that I'm making the custom order for and let him know that it was going to be a little bit more of a wait, just because I ran out of yarn and I needed to order more. He was more than okay with it. He didn't need it until the 11th of September anyway for his daughter's birthday, so I have plenty of time to be able to make it. But I did want to make it before my market, because that way I can meet up with him to give that to him, so his daughter has it in more than enough time before her birthday. And so that is the next thing on my to-do list. I plan to finish floppy today. It's probably gonna be the only project I get done today, because it is Sunday. I am hanging out with my family. I am hanging out at home with my family, and I want to be able to chill and relax and not stress over market prepping. So I'm gonna go work on this throughout the day. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon already, and we'll see if I get this one done today. If not, I can finish it up tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys once I have more progress done. So I know that was long-winded, and quite a bit of projects have gotten done so far, but I wanted to get that done and said before I moved on with any more projects, and made this more of just a show and tell than a vlog style video that I typically do for you guys. And so I'm gonna go ahead, chill out, get some more of my floppy project done, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse of my project. So I just finished off my first skein of my Parfait chunky yarn. This is for the floppy pattern by Peach Puff Patterns, I believe is the creator. And so I got 2 arms done, 2 legs done. I got the body done, and I have started working on the head. So I have about this much left of the head to do, plus 2 outer ears to create this pattern. So I wanted to show you how far into a pattern you could get with one skein of yarn. I am using a 4mm hook with the Parfait Chunky. The pattern actually does call for a Bernat blanket, I believe, and it says to use 2 skeins for that. But I wanted to show you what I was able to do with mine. So I am going to go into my second skein of my Parfait Chunky to finish off. I'll let you guys know how far into it I can get with this one skein. Morning guys, I am officially on day 3 of my Floppy bunny, but I have the bunny all made. I just need to add the facial details. I did start them last night, I just haven't attached them yet. So I have one eye done, ready to just sew on to the face, and then I have to finish off the second eye and then add the nose detailing, and Floppy will be done. So almost there. Hey guys, I finally finished Floppy. I think he's so cute. He, I'm not really sure if it's a she or he. Here is the finished Floppy. I love it. I think it's so squishable and lovable, and I think it's going to go have a lot of love at its new home. This is how much yarn I have left out of that second skein of Parfait Chunky. I would say I used probably a little over half of the skein. So you definitely need at least 2 skeins of your main color to make this creation out of this pattern, and with a Parfait Chunky yarn, if you want to use Parfait Chunky. I can't imagine how big this would be in Bernat blanket yarn. This would be humongous. So I'm happy I went with the Parfait Chunky to make it a little bit smaller, because she wanted it the size of like her what did he say? She wanted it the size of her shampoo bottle. So it's a little bit bigger than a shampoo bottle. I went and checked, but it's pretty close to that size. So I think sizing down the yarn was a good idea. And I sent the picture, so we'll see if he likes it or not. And yeah, that will be everything for this video for today, because I have to go and start a new video for you guys, because it is technically a new week for me starting today. So you'll see me in the same outfit for my next video, but it's technically the next day because this project took me 3 days to make. And that's probably just because I wasn't super focused on creating it. It was more of just, I was working on it here and there. The eyes do take a little while to create, but they are super cute. So I'm pretty happy with it. If you got all the way through this video and you enjoyed it, please go ahead and leave a little bunny emoji down in the comments below. I know I've been using a bunny emoji a lot, but lately it's been I've been finishing every video with a bunny. So that's just what I have with me at the time. So leave a little bunny emoji down in the comments below if you got all the way through this video, or a purple heart, I guess, because it's a purple bunny. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Stay tuned for yet another market video that will be coming up as well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.